Hello, this is Princess Somnia, and welcome back to more Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time, we were exploring Prison Island, got through a few scenarios, situations, boss fights, did a little exploration, you know, the usual, and in this episode we're going to be continuing on with Prison Island by heading on this way. Last episode we had to fight in the arena, and it took us down a few floors, or a floor even. And we had to spend a little bit of time fixing things so that we could actually get back here like we wanted to earlier. And in this episode, now that we've made our return to the arena, it's time to fight this big boy over here. Master Oh Bart. We had to fight some other Oh Bart and then a behemoth, and now we're fighting Master Oh Bart himself. So let's see, I think this shouldn't be too different from the Oh Bart fight we had. I mean, he is bigger, so I guess there is that. I think, just like the other Oh Barts, he can inflict Pierce on you. So if you really don't like Pierce, you can inflict you can get a Pierce resist gem. But I don't think it's too much trouble. It's not likely that he's going to pose too much of a trouble for you through level 79 like I am, so yeah. Obviously, a lot of what I'm saying about how easy or difficult this part of the game is has to do with just how leveled you are. If you're like under-leveled as all get out, then you're probably in a load of trouble. But if you're competently leveled, then you're probably fine. He can craze himself, which pumps his level up a little bit. Or not craze himself, but he can pump his own level a little bit, which can make the fight a little bit harder, especially if you're at lower levels than I am. Man, Ryan got pounded a little bit there. Let's see, he's going for Annihilation 5. Let's warn Ricky and have him expend a healing. And then we'll use Monato's shield to annihilate the Annihilation. There we go. At this point, my Monato shield is at 8th level, which I think is... I mean, ideally you want to get it to 10th level as soon as possible, but I think 8th level is okay enough for now. 10th level, of course, guarantees that any talent in the game can be blocked as long as it's targeting party members. I guess I didn't mention this during Makana's core, but no, you cannot eat Bionis/10 with a shield. The Bionis itself is the target, and the Bionis is not your party member, so you can't protect it with shield. But anyway, the thing about that fight to watch out for really is his crazed level. Again, I'm kind of playing this part by ear because I've never done it at appropriate levels, so even when he pumped his level to 82, I was still over 10 levels above him, so yeah. Anyway, now we're in the Great Canyon, which you might also remember from our previous stint in Prison Island. There are Moramora, or Laya enemies here, which I think are the same or similar families of enemies, just named differently. I think the idea is that Moramora are like younger species than Layas or something like that. I'm not entirely sure how it works. But anyway, it's another stair climb to get to the top, although this time we won't have quite so easy access to the top as we did before. Yeah, we're likely going to get attacked, but I kind of don't feel like fighting too much here today. Oh, there's Dinoses. We haven't seen those in a while. Yeah, Magna kind of keeps, like, all the Dinoses in the game to itself a little bit, doesn't it? I kind of like it. I kind of like that prehistoria jungle sort of a thing going on for it. Man, I can't believe we've come this far in such a... It's felt like a really short time because the first time we came to Prison Island is something I recorded not that long ago. Like, okay, yes, it was in 2018, but... So I guess technically it was last year, but it was really recent, so... There you go. But anyway, we've got a little story destination over here. Let's head on into this chamber and see what's going on.
Where are we? What is this place? It looks like a cathedral. There's an altar over there.
These have scary faces.
We better take a look.
You see something, Shulk? This indentation. It looks like something should fit inside it.
Yep, Ricky feel like something here.
It's probably a way up to the top.
Could it really be that easy?
There's no use thinking about it. Let's search for whatever fits into the gap.
Well, puzzle time, and by puzzle time I mean not really much of a puzzle because it's really more like can you figure out where you're supposed to go next, even though the map kind of makes it obvious-ish. A little bit? Anyway, there are two staircases on either side of this room. The southern end has a little bit more going for it in that it points in the direction of where the game wants you to go. There's some collectible stuff I think you can get on the other side, but I'm not too concerned about that at the moment. Let's head on down south from here. See what we've got going on in that little bell tower over there. Yeah, we're gonna get attacked. It's okay. These things can scree and ree as much as they want, but they're not gonna get me! It would be easier to run away if I had quick step gems, but, well, we're never all that quite lucky. There's a little pool of water at the bottom there that I think houses some collectibles, but nothing I'm too concerned or interested with. We're still being followed, aren't we? Oh! Oh boy, there's a lot of them! They're not gonna stop following me, are they? Wow, it really do be that way sometimes. Alright. Awesome, Ricky hit level 80. That's really, really nice. Anyway, let's use the dragon summon. That's not menacing at all. I don't know what you're talking about, viewers. Truly, that is not a look of sheer horror on my face right now at what I'm about to face off against. Okay, so we can just skip travel back to the cathedral entrance. We have to fight that thing in order to move on with the game. And that's going to require a little bit of a setup change again, because this thing is upsetting in a word. Okay. So, I have readjusted my setup for this next boss fight. Unfortunately, I was wrong when I said that there are no enemies that you are forced to fight in the game with spike effects on them. Apparently I was completely wrong about that. There is in fact one boss in the game that does have spike damage effects on it, and you just saw him a few seconds ago. So, in order to combat that, I've equipped my party members with well, my physical party members with as much spike defense as I can get. I got Shulk up to 100%, and I got Rhine up to 82%. To counteract the massive amounts of damage that are about to come our way, I gave, I put Charla back into the party, so that she can heal us and not get hurt by the spike damage. Ranged weaponry doesn't really trigger the spike damage as long as she stays far enough away. So, when she's healing, she won't be getting spiked on constantly, and she can apply enough healing to where we can keep the rest of our party members up and running. Now, the reason why I have Charla here instead of Ricky, even though I have a lot of spike defense, is because, one, I can't get 100% spike damage on 2 party members, much less 3, and 2, this thing is pretty damn well resistant to Aura Seal. I don't think it's completely immune, but just purge spamming is not going to cut it this time around, so I needed another party member here capable of keeping Ryan alive against this thing, because even with healing, it's going to do spike damage to him among its own damage, so my strategy here is to try and out-heal him, so that's what I'm going to go for. Anyway, just walk into this area and take on Dragon King Alcar. Alright, so let's see. I think its spike damage is pretty huge too, so yeah, it can be pretty upsetting. Anyway, yes. Assuming that Charla is smart about things, she should be staying further away than that. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah, other than that, you just gotta watch out for just about everything heavy hitting that he can throw your way. Charla, please stand back. Charla, please stand back. For the love of all that is holy, move! Oh my god! I am legitimately upset that my whole strategy of Charla will stand far away and shoot from afar is falling apart because the AI is too dumb to stand far away and shoot from afar. Well, other than that, oh boy, this is going to be some AoE right here. Ow! Well, thanks to that clutch healing round and cure round, we kind of recovered from that a lot. I haven't been using Charla pretty much at all, but she's actually super value at this point in the game. She can clear off multiple debuffs from multiple party members, so if you're having trouble with Dorothea, you can just use her if you need to. And she can do some mass healing too. I have been off-screen pumping up a lot of her healing abilities with AP, so that's what I've kind of been up to. No. I'm not activating the Monada. I just wanted to come here and stab him in the back. Okay, he's gonna... Yep.
I'm not doing too well.
Stay strong.
Pick me up! Pick me up! You know, or you could just ignore me. Anyway, with Shulk, focus on trying to do as much damage and get as many bonus effects as possible on this guy. And we're gonna get hit again. Because that charges up your chain attack gauge, and you're probably gonna need it to revive someone at some point during this fight. Especially if Charla needs to heal someone, and she happens to be in that really unfortunate gotta cool off state. For her arts, I recommend slapping on every healing art she has, as well as Cure Round and Cure Bullet. That'll really help out. Now let's do Shadow Eye, do a quick dab on the battlefield. I noticed that when I was doing the side quest episode that Shadow Eye kind of looks like a dab, and I just can't unsee it. I'm sorry, I put that image in your mind too. I know, I'm a sinner. Oh boy. Fortunately, Heal Blast just took Ryan all the way up to full health. Nice! Yeah, if this fight doesn't prove how value Charla can be with that massive healing, I don't know what will. I just don't tend to use her that much because I do enjoy having Ricky for damage over time and extra tanking. But Charla has her uses if you just need to overheal past anything this boss can do at you. It's a bit like playing easy mode, actually.
Don't give him an inch, Ryan.
There we go, got him. Anywho's, now that we've got the Dragon Eye, we can take it to this indentation that Shulk pointed out earlier, and activate that neat-looking pillar. Hooray! Alright, so, anywho, the game's gonna tell you this before I walk onto the teleporter, but I'm basically gonna save that for next episode and just say, right here, this is a point of no return. Once you progress past this point in the game, you have to keep going until you beat the game. You won't be able to skip travel out or do anything, so I highly, highly, highly recommend you make a backup save file right now. If you want to go back and do anything in the Bionis or anything at all, this is your time to do it, because you, unless you want to, like, you know, beat the game and then come back. That's why you create the backup save file. That's basically what I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to create a save file here that I can come back to after I beat the game, so that way I have a cleared game file as well as this file from which I can move on to complete the rest of the side quests remaining in the game. That's my plan for the end game. So yeah, but once you pass beyond this point, there is no turning back. You'll go on to fight Dixon and then eventually Zanza. Next time, in the finale of Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles, we're gonna take on Zanza once and for all. See you guys then!